Now this is something that I personally wondered about, and when I did my research all my questions were answered. So in this video I'm going to be telling you what's OLED and what's QLED and which one is actually better. First off, let's talk about OLED. OLED stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. Each pixel in an OLED display is made of a material that glows when you give it a jolt of electricity. This effect is called electroluminescence. Electro for electricity, lumen for light, and essence for, well, basically essence. The specific electroluminescent materials used in OLED displays are organic compounds, which means they can contain carbon plus some other ingredients. Each color requires a different organic compound. Each tiny OLED pixel in the screen creates light depending on how much electric current you send to it. Lots of current produces lots of light, low current produces no light. And that's one key to OLED's excellent picture quality. OLED TV marketing often claims infinite contrast ratios. Since OLED can produce a perfect black, emitting no light whatsoever, its contrast ratio, expressed as the brightest white divided by the darkest black, is technically infinite, and contrast ratio is arguably the most important aspect of picture quality. OLED displays are typically known for producing some of the crispiest and darkest colors available while still displaying them at high quality. Now, what is QLED? QLED stands for Quantum Dot Light Emitting Diode. QLED is essentially a new variation of the quantum dot TV technology that headlined at Samsung 2016 SUHD or Super UHD range. Quantum dots are tiny particles of between 2 and 10 nanometers in diameter. They are employed in displays due to their ability, in conjunction with other materials, to give off different colors according to their size. The advantage of this is that they're capable of emitting brighter, more vibrant, and more diverse colors, the sorts of colors that really make HDR content shine. Thanks to the high peak brightness that can be achieved, quantum dot TVs are also considered to be the most cost-effective to manufacture than OLED ones, meaning consumers can enjoy comparable or even better picture quality at a lower price. What QLED displays usually lack in is contrast ratios. They cannot produce as dark a picture as can be produced by OLED displays. Now the question is, which is better? And the answer to that really depends on who you are. It depends on what you really want to see while watching videos, movies, or even pictures. The great thing about these displays is that they don't work like LCD displays and can therefore be made smaller and smaller in terms of the width of the TV or monitor. The LGW series, for example, uses an OLED display and fits in at an amazing 2.5mm thickness. Both OLED and QLED displays are known for producing very high quality images, and again, which one you get really is dependent on who you are and what you need. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, learned anything new or want more, feel free to subscribe, comment below, and give this video a thumbs up. You can also check out previous videos by using the links provided in the description below, and find out more about QLED and OLED displays using the links also provided below. So that's about it for this video, and I will be seeing you in the next one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my episode 80 of Dragon Ball Super Preview, the episode that Gohan fans have been waiting for, because Son Gohan, the son of Son Goku, will indeed be competing for the first time since the Resurrection F arc, and it promises to be a fun time for all. The second matchup in the Universe Survival Tournament, I guess pre-game exhibition for lack of a better term. He'll be facing off against the venomous Lavenda or Lavender. Now, there's a really small group of people of low intellect, I would say, who seem to be confused about me and my pronunciation. They think, I've actually seen people say that they think I'm a pronunciation Nazi, and that's kind of stupid, all right? The reason why I talk about pronunciation on videos is because I actually don't want people to fight over pronunciation. I don't want people to sit there and say, why are you saying this? Why are you saying that? I'm very, very good friends with Herms, and we talk about this all the time. We do our little podcast here on Geekdom 101. It's just something that I feel people should be aware of so they don't fight over pronunciation, because guess what? This show is Japanese, buddy. It ain't American. And when you have a Japanese show, some stuff gets lost in translation. So, bottom line, if you want to call him Lavender or Lavenda, whatever the hell you want. So, we're going to get down to this preview here, going frame by frame. I'm going to talk to you guys as I go through, of course, pause it during the intervals, and kind of go, frame by frame as best I can to give you guys my thoughts and my predictions on what's going to happen. And as always, go ahead and give me yours. Let's do it. First shot right here, I already love it. Gohan, Lavenda, second fight. Gohan lunges out. Gohan is aggressive here. Gohan is not playing the defensive game. He's aggressive, and he wants to show his father how much he's improved. Now, could it be that Gohan has been training and not showing anybody? A lot of people have been speculating this. Could be true. Could be true. We're going to find out next week, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, let me go ahead and hit play on this. And there we see a Lavender. And I'm just going to call him Lavender because the pun is based on an English word. So I'm just going to call him Lavender, like Basil. You can call him Basil or Basil. Doesn't matter, all right? Don't fight over it. So Lavender here, couple interesting points and fun tidbits I want to give you guys. First of all, Toei screwed up in the original promotional material. They said that Bergamo was the guy with the poison attack. That is incorrect. It's actually Lavender. He is the second oldest of the trio of Deadly, or the Deadly Trio, or whatever. So he's the one. This guy right here is the one who has the poison attack. Now, fun fact. This man is voiced by the legendary Takeshi Kusao. Now, you might be wondering, wait a minute. Takeshi Kusao, I'm not familiar with that name. Well, you're about to be. Takeshi Kusao is famous for, in Dragon Ball, voicing future Trunks and Kid Trunks. I think he is Kid Trunks. He also voices Sly Cooper, and in what I would say is probably his most well-known and legendary performance, he is the Japanese voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. So this is a big-time guy. He's already done Dragon Ball for years, but it's good to see him coming back here because I don't think we're going to see future Trunks until after this arc. Some folks have asked that question. I don't think we're going to see that, so it's good that he's back here in the game. Go ahead and hit play here. Action right here, just back and forth. It's very Dragon Ball Z-esque, which I love because we really needed this. Gohan there, it's hard to see, but he's really like into this. Let me see if I can zoom in here for you guys. Have a better shot there. He's really into this fight, and again, it's him with his classic, Buu Saga haircut. Obviously, Ultimate / Mystic Gohan throwback, right? But there's questions coming up, which we'll get to. Goku, let's get pumped up. There was that Bobby Heenan looking angel. Right here again, it's Lavender from Universe 9. It's kind of creepy, and here they go, man. Fists flying, feet flying. I'm digging it, yo. This show looks so beautiful in 1080p, which is not just, they are a sponsor of my channel, but Crunchyroll's 1080p version is so damn beautiful, and I love watching it on here, in really good quality, because it just looks so great. You see all the little details. I mean, the animation's not perfect, but it still looks amazing. That Lavender's kind of creepy, Universe 9. Grabs Gohan's arm here, wrist. Mr. Satan is shocked. Now, when he grabbed his wrist, it looks like that might be how he injects him with the poison, because he does have poison abilities. Gohan goes down here. As you can see, his hands are purple, and that's obviously the poison. Of course, the second time we've seen poison in this series as far as in combat. Frost, of course, being the first. And here he takes Gohan down. And that's the thing is about this. It's not always about power. It's always about hacks. Not always, but a lot of times it could be about hacks. And if this guy has poison, he's going to slow Gohan down. And right here, Goku says he's definitely going to try something. Don't let your guard down. And here we have Gohan with the damn eyeliner looking like The Undertaker. I said that on Twitter. That's, of course, done so that you would know that he is indeed poisoned. So Gohan is in trouble. Let's go ahead and hop over to Herms' translation of the preview of the episode so I can show you guys a little bit more about what's going on. This was translated by Herms a few days ago. Basically, it says Gohan is blinded. His battle against the venomous Lavenda begins, or Lavender. Universe 7 is pumped after their victory in the first round. So yeah, Buu won the last one. I mean, you should already know by now. He won the last fight against Basil. Moving on to the second round, Gohan's up against Universe 9's Lavenda. Blinded by Lavenda's poison, Gohan cannot read Lavenda's ki and seems to be in for a tough fight. So I was wondering why they wrote Gohan cannot read Lavender's ki. Well, guess what? If you watch Dragon Ball Super episode 79, you know that there's something weird about these Universe 9 guys because Goku cannot sense their ki. Goku cannot sense their energy. So, people are already theorizing that they already have mastered God ki. Somebody else says it's a different kind of ki. We don't know yet. All we know for certain is that Goku cannot sense their ki, and if Goku can't sense their ki, then Gohan can't. I don't think it's even God ki because Goku knows God ki. Goku's had God powers for a while now. I don't think that that's the case here. I think it's a different kind of ki. So, round 2 of the omnipresent match. Who's the opponent going to challenge him? The second one is brother in the trio of dangers. He's known as the venomous Lavenda. Gohan heads to the paddles against the number 7 after getting into a tight spot. What's his counter attack? We're going to get to that here. So, he's going to try something. Here we have, the sinister laugh of Lavender. And here we have this guy who's Ro from Universe 9. What a dickhead he is. What a shit talker. He's the first, he's not the first bad Kai because obviously, Zamasu will always be remembered as the rogue Kaioshin. But this guy, Ro, whose name is Ro, is such a pompous prick. I mean, it's funny because the god of destruction of Universe 9, he seems very chill. This guy seems to be a prick. I know, please see how strong I am now. Now that is Gohan talking. I know that some people aren't really used to Masako Nozawa's performance in the Japanese version. You have to listen to it a lot to kind of get the differences, but Goku and Gohan don't sound the same if you really watch it a lot. I know, please see how strong I am. Now here we have Gohan turning into a Super Saiyan. Now, I want to clarify this again because a lot of people are still confused and, when Gohan had his power unlocked by Old Kai, and he told him, don't bother transforming because it's not necessary, he never, ever, ever said that he couldn't. He never told Gohan not to transform. He just said that it was not necessary because Gohan's power had been maxed out. During the fight with Boo-Tanks, there's a scene where Gohan gets healed by Dende, and Boo-Tanks says, strange, I didn't see you power up, which he's half Saiyan, he should have a Zenkai boost. So, what's happening here is that when Old Kai unlocked his power, he basically hit his maximum potential during the fight with Boo-Tanks. That is Gohan's max potential, regardless of transformations or any of that shit. He basically said that transforming into a Super Saiyan was bad on the body. Well, when Resurrection F came out, we saw Gohan transforming again, which people were wondering why. Why? And even I was wondering why. Something had to have happened in between then and now for this to be the case because Old Kai specifically tells him don't bother transforming. It's never explicitly stated if the Super Saiyan times 50 multiplier can be stacked on top of the Mystic form, the Ultimate form. It's never said, but if that's the case, that would be somewhat of a retcon because of what the Old Kai said and what Dragon Ball Z established. So, that's pretty much the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. That's not a theory. That's entirely what we know, all the accurate information. So if you're out there and you think Gohan can't transform, he can. It's just he was told that he didn't need to, but whatever. He's still going to do it. There's Zeno and Daishinkan liking the fight, which means we're going to like it. Next time on Dragon Ball Super, awaken your sleeping battle spirit. Son Gohan's fight. Awesome. I love that. There we have Gohan with his eyes closed, powered up. Don't miss it. So here we have the face there. You don't say. There's one more frame I want to look at, but my prediction, again, we're gonna do a prediction here, is that Lavender is gonna poison Gohan early in the fight. I would say maybe in the first half of the episode. And then the second half of the episode what's going to happen is Gohan's going to transform and try to see if he can hear with enhanced senses. He's going to see if he can hear Lavender. He's going to do a blind fury pretty much, which is he can't see. He's going to try and see if he can hear his movements to try to win. However, my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, is that Gohan will not win this fight. Now, before you guys get pissed off, oh my god, they're fucking Gohan over. No, I think Gohan will lose this fight. But when the actual Universe Survival Tournament begins, I think it's going to be the opposite. I think he's going to come back stronger. I think he's going to get a few big key wins in that tournament when we get it. But I think that here he's going to do the job. because the right way to build a comeback is you have your good guy, your protagonist, do the job, have him lose, and then have him make a comeback, and then it's more satisfactory. Like, I think I could totally see Lavender and Gohan rematching. Unless Universe 9 gets blown up, I could totally see Lavender and Gohan rematching in the tournament and Gohan beating him. And I think it will happen. I think it will happen. That's my prediction. Gohan loses here, but will get his win back later. Remember, this arc is just beginning. You can't always have Gohan win everything, you know what I'm saying? And then there's one more shot right there of him lunging. And that's it. So let me know your thoughts down below in the description, or in the comment section. Let me know. What do you think? Do you think Gohan takes the L? I think he does. It's gonna be 1-1. Boo won the first one. Lavender is gonna win the second one, and then Goku and Bergamo will be the tiebreaker in the final fight. So that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Thank you so very much for your continued support of Geekdom 101, and I'll talk to you guys later on.
JQ with Tech Creation, what's going on? So this is my first time reviewing a smart TV and I don't want to waste any time. This is the UN55KS8000 by Samsung. It's a 55-inch SUHD 4K smart LED LCD television with a pixel count of 3840 by 2160. It's running Samsung's Tizen OS and it's also available at 49 inches, 60 inches, and 65 inches as well. So right away you'll notice its slim profile that tapers only about 1.7 inches outward, along with its beautiful thin bezels, or lack thereof I should say. I always appreciate a greater screen real estate. It immerses you a bit more when you kick back, and it still looks sexy even when the screen is off. You have a gorgeous silver accent laid across the entire front, and then you have your Samsung logo smack in the middle that lights up on its own. This complements the stylish chrome leg stands, which are easy on the eyes I might add. They slide in, securing it into place with a great amount of tolerance. There's no wobbling of any sort, and in this particular model they can only be fixed to this one position, but on the larger models you have more playroom where you can affix them either wide or narrow. This television is HDR10 ready, and more on that later, and it comes equipped with built-in Wi-Fi, but I happen to be hardwired into the Ethernet port that's found on the back, so there's no buffering allowed. And speaking of connectivity, what makes this panel so thin is that Samsung moved all of its ports to its One Connect box, which scratches pretty easy by the way, but it houses your HDMI, coaxial, USB, and optical audio ports, which you then connect to the television via Samsung's proprietary One Connect cable. So setting up the TV was pretty easy. The automatic input detection was a huge help. It did a fantastic job in picking up and labeling my components connected via HDMI, and it saved me the hassle of having to manually rename the inputs. It comes with a tiny remote with a stylish bend to it. It really shows Samsung's obsession with curves. It feels comfortable in the hand, it's lightweight, it looks cool, and it picks up all from your fingertips, but I found it easy to clean nonetheless. There's not too much going on here in terms of button layout. You have your home button, your back button, your select, your volume buttons, channel, and some other interface buttons that are satisfying to click I might add. Very OCD friendly. There's also a small microphone up top for voice control, similar to what competitors offer, and this works by pressing down the mic, saying the command, and then releasing it when you're done. For example, like increase volume by X amount. It can be a bit particular with phrases sometimes, but nonetheless it picked up my voice surprisingly well, even with a little bit of noise in the background. So Tizen OS is simple and clean with Samsung Smart Hub. You'll find your usual apps like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Video, and a bunch of other third-party apps and services like Plex, Hulu, Crackle, HBO Go, and Spotify would have been a nice addition, but sadly it's not supported. But then again, that's what Chromecast is around for. Now what's cool about this is you can download games with your Samsung account and begin playing titles like Asphalt. Granted, the graphics are kinda lame, but aside from that, you can use the directional buttons in the remote to play, which is a little awkward, so do yourself a favor and use a USB or Bluetooth gaming controller instead. Also, if you're a GameFly or PlayStation Now subscriber, you can take advantage of those services as well. Now, this will not replace your gaming consoles, but it's nice to have around to entertain the kids or guests if that's your kind of thing. Now onto the menus, they're pretty simple with a bunch of settings that you can tweak to your liking for sound and picture, most of which are just digital enhancements that I'd recommend not tampering with too much. For example, this TV has what's called motion rate 240 that incorporates some sort of video processing and backlight scanning to improve the overall clarity of moving images. And it does this in conjunction with Auto Motion Plus, which is a built-in software engine that generates additional frames to effectively reduce motion blur. Now some don't like the smooth video, what they call the soap opera effect, and some do. It's definitely not suited for all types of content, I'll tell you that. But it's great for animations though. I personally just like to leave it on auto and call it a day. So Samsung's SUHD panels use quantum dot technology, which briefly put means colors are less filtered, which result in pure whites, producing brighter and much more accurate, vibrant colors. And let me just tell you, this TV looks beautiful. 4K footage is lifelike, it's sharp as hell. The colors really pop with just the right amount of saturation in my opinion. And even 1080p content looks pretty good with its built-in 4K upscale. There were a few reflections here and there, but nothing that took away from my enjoyment. And I will admit though, sometimes I felt the whites were a little too bright for my taste at times. So I had to set the smart LED feature to low and that took care of that. So this panel is equipped with HDR 1000, which is Samsung's way of saying HDR 10. So HDR 10 is the more common standard for HDR televisions, where the displays peak at 1000 nits of brightness, which is 10 times greater than conventional televisions, giving you a greater range of brightness to work with, resulting in heightened contrast in images. Now the problem here is there isn't too much content shot in HDR 10, and the same goes for the other HDR standard called Dolby Vision to really take advantage of an HDR TV, you know what I mean? Now the other problem is Netflix and Amazon Video stream both HDR standards, however, good luck finding titles. In addition, you must be paying for Netflix's premium 4-screen / Ultra HD plan to even begin getting HDR titles. And I'll be all the way honest with you guys, the difference in imagery with HDR content and non-HDR content is not something the average Joe would probably even notice nor even care about. I mean, I'm not too crazy about it myself. Maybe as the technology matures a little more and becomes more available. And lastly, my only problem with 4K televisions is that my cable provider still doesn't broadcast 4K content. If you're digging this panel, you're looking to drop anywhere between $1,300 and $2,000 depending on what screen size you get for the KS8000, which is actually pretty affordable compared to what's out there. I hope this video was insightful. If you enjoyed, show me some love by hitting that like button. And I'll go ahead and drop more details down below in the description in case this video did not answer any of your questions. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for some awesome tech videos. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
With 4K content becoming more and more prevalent, the time to buy a 4K TV could finally be upon us. Samsung wants to draw users into its ecosystem for the next television revolution, and with its latest 8 series TVs, like the KS8500 the company sent me to test, it's making one hell of a convincing argument. Let's get one thing out of the way first. This TV is expensive. Like high-end audio equipment, in order to get the most out of 4K content, you need a setup that will put you back at the very least several $100s, but more likely north of $1,000. The KS8500 will run you $1,400 for the 55-inch, which is what you see here, and nearly $2,000 for the 65-inch model. And they aren't even Samsung's top-of-the-line screens.
Hi, I'm Lee with Review.com, and we're here today taking a look at the Samsung KS8000 series. So the KS8000 series is one of Samsung's SUHD models this year, and in 2016 that SUHD nomenclature kind of means a number of things. It means they're all 4K. It means that you get quantum